Back, and today we're talking about schema markup. So basically the purpose of schema is to enhance the way that search engines understand your website. Schema markup provides search engines with detailed information about your content. For example, your hours, address, logo, description, and it really benefits you by helping your content get featured in rich snippets, which improves your visibility and ranking. And best practices for schema is to use structured data to ensure higher rankings and better search visibility. And you can see over here, this is what schema actually looks like. And I know it can look a little daunting at first glance, but there are a ton of tools out there to be able to help you kind of understand this a lot quicker. And it's very user-friendly and it's not as crazy as it looks. That is just what schema looks like on the back end of things, but there are, like, Google has structured data markup generators to be able to help you to get exactly what you need. But this over here is this is an example of how Google uses schema to display rich results. Like, you can see somebody that has product schema on their website. You see here's their brand. This says exactly what the product is. You see an image of that product. You see the star ratings, and then you can see the pricing and everything like that. And so that is what a great benefit of schema markup looks like. And this is what it would look like without that schema markup. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you like the different ways that you can use schema. The easiest way to be able to use schema if you have a WordPress website is to use Yoast SEO. And I'm going to go ahead and show you right now exactly how easy it is to use Yoast SEO for your schema markup. As you can see, I'm in the back end of my website. I'm just under the Yoast SEO plugin tab right here under settings. And then I just clicked right here under site representation. And inside here, this is where you can just add in all that important information for schema. And you can click, if you're an organization, you put your organization name, you can put the alternate. Here's where you would put in your logo, or you can replace that logo. You add in all of your social media profiles, and then you can even add in others that are not listed here. And that's all Yoast SEO needs to be able to share your information with other websites. I just kind of added my backend information here just to kind of show you guys. I do my structured data a little bit differently. I have the entire code generated and I use Google Tag Manager. And so if you want to kind of get an idea about how to do that yourself, I can show you a very simple way that you can get the structured data code and that you would take and then put into your Google Tag Manager. But there are also other tools that I'm going to show you that can show you exactly how that information is going to populate inside of a search engine. So here we're going to go to the structured data markup helper, and that's Google's own tool. And so in here, I'm just going to use my hair salon to just kind of show you, because they're a local business. Covington Hair Salon. And then I'm going to put that it is a local business. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to start tagging. Okay, so as you can see right here, we've got our image right here, which is our logo. So we're going to click that and say image. And then down here, we're going to highlight Hair Salon Covington and change that to the name. And then we're going to have the telephone number. And then for the address, we're going to do the street first. Then we're going to do the city. And then do Louisiana. And then we're going to come back from this side just to do the zip code, so that way it's not getting it all confused as one. And then if you actually had your hours here, which is something that is important to have no matter what page you have, just directing somebody else to a completely different profile off of your website is not what you want to do. But if you had your hours here, obviously you could highlight those as well. And then, so we're going to go up here, click home, and we're going to make that the URL. And that will populate there. Okay, and down here, we can kind of go and see if there's any other information that needs to be added. So we can add this as review, reviewer, and then we'll take this and go review body, and then that will display that in there. And like you can see over here, like if you have an email address that you want posted inside of your schema, so that pops up as well, you can do that. And then add in any of these missing fields by clicking this right here. But we're going to go ahead and create that HTML. And this is what we would copy and paste into that Google Tag Manager. But I'm going to copy it here to just show you inside of the testing tools what this comes up as. So we can go here to test out those rich results, and I can pop in that test code. And you're going to see that there's 3 valid items detected. It's a local business, an organization, and with 1 valid review. So you can see all of that there. And if this was on the inside of your website, you would see that populate instead of just the plain old text inside of your search results. And I'm going to actually go up here and show you inside of the schema validator to see if there is any schema inside of their actual website. And so you can see here there's no items detected. So that tells me that there is no schema that is talking to Google to kind of give out this information that would make them populate better inside of the search engines. But I can show you here with my website. You can see we're a local business and all of these different things about it, where we're at, everything like that. And so another thing to look up too would be that product schema. So those hair salons that we were doing earlier, kind of looking at the ones that sold products and everything, you could have product schema on there as well. So if you were looking for that purple shampoo or something like that, that would populate inside of your local search results to just like this right here. And that's it for schema markup. And next we're going to be talking about sitemaps, to where you can see how sitemaps are the roadmap that you need to be able to communicate with Google to make sure that they're picking up all the pages on your website that are important for those search engine rankings. And I'll see you in the next video.